Trying to get this to be the right size window. Okay, I think I did it. There we go. So this is a replay that one of my tier 3 subs has sent me. And this is from a 2v2 tournament that he entered. So let's go and see what's happening in this 2v2 tournament here. Okay, let's watch this Gold 3 2v2 game and see what we can learn from it. Okay, so we're going to cheat, pick up some pads. That's okay. Okay, so we did a couple of mistakes here. Number one, this turn is like way too late. And also way too... Like, we're taking so long here to get into position. The second that this ball doesn't sit well for you in your cheat, like, we're kind of positioning to be ready to follow up on a cheat. So we should probably be facing the ball. But the split second that it doesn't go in the right direction, you should be getting back into position as fast as possible. We've got 57 boost for a reason. And that's not so we can use absolutely none of it and drive around slowly and you know, get beaten to the ball. We want to use boost to get back into position so we can turn on this ball and boom it, or if it looks like the opponent's going to get to it first, we back off and get near the goal line. Now, this position is not very good. We need to be next to the back wall, ready at the goal line if you want to make a save here on that potential shot or this potential shot. Like, being in the edge of the box there is basically no man's land. Luckily they've boomed the bar, so we're all good. But yeah, we definitely didn't really do anything here. Opinion on cheating in 2v2? I think it's fine. Especially good if your teammate is good at winning kickoffs. Okay, I don't like this kickoff that we just did. This dodge doesn't give us much control over where the ball is going to go. But the main thing I don't like is we've not dodged on the approach. So we're going to be late on our arrival. Definitely something we need to work on. Okay, no fast aerials, so we need to work on those as well. It looks like we've mind gamed them by accident. Not a 50-50 you want to be taking there. This is not the best position to be taking challenges. The reason is you didn't put his rank on screen. Oh yeah, okay, hold on. Let me do that real quick. Oh, I actually typed it out. I forgot to put it on screen though. So if you are the last man back in your team, which we are because our teammate is currently in the enemy goal, you don't want to take 50-50s with pretty much anyone, but especially on their goal line. Like, this is not a 50-50 you want to take, because if this bounces off the back wall, it's going to go towards your goal. If this bounces off the corner wall behind you, it's going to go to their goal. If it goes to your left, it's going to go to your goal directly. Like, there's a lot of ways that this 50-50 can bounce, and it's going to go straight towards your goal, and they're going to score. And the only way that you're scoring from this is if it bounces into the ceiling and then goes directly into their goal. That's the only way that we score from this. So we are not getting a positive 50-50 here, pretty much ever. And a better play would have been to just back off. See, I didn't even need to watch what happened next to know that this was a bad idea. Yeah, I knew the second I saw you going for it that this is a bad 50-50. Because it's, there we go, corner wall bounce, straight towards your goal, they've scored. So we don't want to take those 50-50s. We want to back off, read their hit, try and make an interception, or just delay the play. Like, just fake challenges, just pressure the ball, but don't take yourself out of the game long enough for your teammate to get back into position. Okay, this time we do use some boost to get back, which is better than the first kickoff. We're actually being useful. Careful not to take yourself out of the game though. We should be focusing on stealing their boost. We didn't get it. We should be focusing on stealing their boost there rather than just continuing to boom the ball. Now we're completely out of the game because we just took another bad 50-50. So two times already this game we've taken 50-50s in the offensive corner, which I would never recommend when you're last man back. I rarely recommend it, even when you're the furthest man forward. The only time I would recommend that 50-50 is if you've already stolen their boost and you know that you can recover quickly if the 50-50 goes badly. But you had no boost, so we can't risk that. Not worth it. Rocket Man, thanks for the kind words, and also oozed Prism. So same kickoff. Not a fan because we're getting there too slow, but that's something you can work on. And that's wide open, and it's a goal. Okay, so we pick up a goal from our teammate. Just getting a big boomer, really good boomer to the back wall there because the opponents have struggled to deal with it. Can get away with pretty bad plays if you recover fast. Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad play to take a challenge. Like 50-50s, okay. See if you're challenging the ball with a double jump challenge even, which is usually the kind of challenge that sends you really far out of position if it doesn't work out. But if you're challenging towards a wall, let's say, and you double jump challenge to try and get a block on the ball, the fact that there's a wall behind where you're challenging is really good, because then if you miss, or even if you do hit the ball, you're going to straight away be able to land on that wall on your wheels and get right back into the play. It's all situational, and that can be done in the offensive corner as well. If you think you can get a big dunk with a double jump challenge, I'd say that's better than dodging into a challenge, or even a single jump challenge, because the thing that's consistent is your wheels are going to be where you want them to be. They're going to be landing on the wall. You're not going to be dodging and then hitting the wall with the back of your car and being out of the game for an extended period of time. Just think about where your landing is going to be. Like, see here, if we've dodged, our cars hit the wall, we've lost all our momentum. If we just single jump here, we have a much better landing. This is what we should be thinking about. Just like single jump through the ball here, air roll a little bit to the right, we land on the wall, we can keep on driving. No need this dodge, lost all our momentum, and we get beat to it. Need some communication fixes here. Either one of you can take that ball, but definitely not both of you. Another slow aerial. So yeah, fast aerials and faster kickoffs are two things that you can just drill and improve at, because they're just gonna increase your rank by virtue of you being able to do them. Okay, your teammate probably should leave this for you, because even though he's really close to the ball, and so is the opponent, the fact that the ball's rolling towards you means you're gonna win the race to this ball. You're gonna beat the opponent to this, even though he starts off much closer. Now, at lower rank, if this was a solo queue game, I would not recommend that you go for this, because your teammate is probably going to make a pointless touch like this at low rank. Even in Champ 2, Champ 3, I wouldn't commit on this ball. It's only once you get into Grand Champ maybe that you would expect your teammate to know that he should leave this, or have the awareness to leave it. But even way into higher ranks, I wouldn't recommend going for this, because your teammate's probably going to make a touch just because he can. Like, people in Rocket League don't really think about whether they should make a touch, they just think about if they can make a touch, and that's why they do it. But we've done the same thing here. Notice we've dodged instead of just jumping through the middle of the ball. And look at our landing is a bit fortunate that we got on our wheels, but it's still a little bit slower than it could have been if we just jump into the middle of the ball and air roll to land on our wheels. Focus on those recoveries. Bit of a panic here. We didn't need to give that ball away, and we panicked again. See, we could have had the boost and the ball in the back corner here. Like, this isn't a situation we need to panic in. Like, yes, there's an opponent here, but as long as you're behind the ball, he can't exactly score. He can't put the ball through you. And if you see him coming in, then you can dodge. But he didn't come in. We can see that he's backing off, so we should just take this into the back corner, secure the boost, take it up the wall, go for a clear, get some distance on it. Instead, we've given the ball away, and the opponents have scored. So we took ourselves into the game. Versace Sausage, thanks for the 9-month tier 1, welcome back. Sheltree, thanks for the 3-month prime, welcome back to you as well. Control 246, thanks for the 2-month prime, also, welcome back. Alright, let's see what's happening next. Could leave on the boost, this is some good spacing. Now, okay, this is interesting, it's a bit, maybe a little bit of a high level thing to note, but in 2v2, your teammate should be the one to pressure the ball here, not you. And you might think, well, he's facing the wrong way, I'm facing the right way, therefore, let's just swap positions and he can go back to goal, I'll pressure the ball. But that leaves a moment where your net is wide open, and it will always leave a moment where your net is wide open. Whenever you're swapping places in 2v2, it should be when the ball is just free to take. Like, if this ball is completely free, no pressure, you could just walk in and take it, yes, by all means swap positions. But if they have control or pressure on it, don't swap positions. Just stay where you are, let your teammate keep pressuring, because what happens here if the infield pass connects, they just score. The other team just score. Simple as that. Because right now, while you're coming in and your teammate's rotating back, your net is wide open. So I wouldn't recommend this. Just let your teammate pressure. And like I said, that's a little bit of a higher level thing, but there's no need to wait until you get higher level to bring this into your gameplay. Because it's quite easy to do. You just have to think there's two things that you need to do when you're defending in 2v2. Somebody has to defend the net, the other person has to pressure the ball. And if you're in a position to defend the net, and your teammate isn't, but he can pressure the ball, let him pressure the ball. You don't need to. Right, I wouldn't recommend going for this aerial. That definitely is way out of our comfort zone. Even if we've learned how to fast aerial, I wouldn't recommend going for that. We're probably not scoring it. We're probably not getting a goal out of it. Okay. This is a bit of an awkward bounce, so understandable that we do miss. Like, this is not something I would expect people at this level to be hitting. But like I said before, just think about where you're going to be landing after if you do miss. You almost got your landing there, but yeah, we need to get that landing to, you know, work for this to go well. We would have had a much easier follow-up there. So basically ball chase until you get possession. Pretty much, yeah. Just let one player ball chase, or not ball chase. Like, see, when you're recovering in 2v2, you probably shouldn't play the ball. You should go for demos and bumps instead, because if you play the ball, maybe it'll be a really wild 50-50 will happen, and the ball will fly over your teammate's head. But if you just go for a bump or a demo, leave the ball alone, then there's not really any danger of the ball pinging off into the middle of nowhere. There's less volatility. That's why at the highest level you see players constantly, when they're rotating back and trying to get back into the play in 2v2, they'll go for demos and bumps every single time. If I'm dribbling in 2v2, like if I tackle someone and I start dribbling, I know 100% of the time he is going to come and try and demo me from behind. He's not going to rotate out like a 3v3 player. He's going to try and bump me. So that's something you have to be aware of. But also something you want to be bringing into your own game, because it's really effective. Like, it's an effective and safe way to pressure the ball by pressuring the ball carrier, and let your teammate just sit back, fake challenges maybe, but mainly defend the net. Corkle2, thanks to the Prime sub. Welcome. Good little infield pass there. Okay, we've done the thing again where we kind of swap positions. Now, both times that we did this were on the side of the field. The only difference this time is that this was a ball that, you know, this looks like we can take it for free. Maybe. If the opponent hesitates. And also our teammate doesn't have much boost here. But he does have momentum, so the only way that he can keep up his momentum is if he keeps going in the direction he's going. He can't turn around and still have that momentum because he has no boost. So there is a little bit more upside this time to swapping places, because he wants to keep going that way so he can keep going fast. But yeah, we still have led to conceding because of it. I think the thing that you wanted to do here was you wanted to swap what player is pressuring the ball, but don't take yourself out of the game. So here your teammate wants to back off because he has zero boost and he has good momentum, so he wants to keep going that way. That's fine. But we want to not take ourselves out of the game as well. So just fake a challenge. A fake challenge here does probably more than a real challenge, because a real challenge, even if you do win the ball, you still have one player to beat, and he's gonna stop you most of the time. It's not a great position to be dribbling from, like the offensive corner. However, if we fake challenge, we can loop around and still be ready. We would be first to this ball. You see what I mean? We would get to that ball way before this guy. But we take ourselves way out of the game. Yeah, DreamHack's in 12 minutes. The first match is in about 30 minutes from now. Yeah, you're right. They have 15 minutes of pre-show where they talk about what happened yesterday. Maybe interview someone. I don't know. Probably just talk about stuff for 15 minutes. They'll probably talk about stuff for 10 minutes, and then they'll do 5 minutes of build up to the actual game today. Okay. Ah, this is such a good opportunity. You need to be very careful, because this guy is flopping right in front of you. You can see him flopping in front of you, and he kind of lands on you by accident. But we could have avoided that. We just went around him. We rushed it, and they've missed. Okay, score. Oh! Ah! Why? Oh, you floppy Dominus main. What are you doing? He misses the ball. Then he comes around and he gives it away. What? Oh, Dominus players, man. Zero ball control. Right, we don't need that boost. That's fine. Whoa! Oh, my goodness. Unconventional, but somewhat effective. So we've jumped off, going the complete wrong direction here. The ball is to your right. I don't know why we're flying left. But we kind of recover well. We needed to reverse immediately here into the ball. It's the only way that we can get the save, but you've gone forwards. So we do end up conceding another one. But it's plain to see that your aerial game needs lots of work. I think if you work on fast aerials, just get into training packs and work on fast aerials. There's plenty of tutorials online of how to do them, so I'm not going to go into detail on that. That's going to be hugely advantageous for you. And apart from that, just try not to take yourself out of the game so much. Strategically, you need to try and be more relevant more often, because you're just overextending a lot. There's another kind of aerial play that we're just getting beaten to the ball with. So this is, again, one of your weaknesses. And like I said before, kickoffs. Learn a kickoff that involves dodging on the way to the ball. It's going to be hugely beneficial. You make a video on 2v2 rotation. Maybe. I've said that I would in the past, but I just never have the willpower to go and write a script for one. Right, maybe we can get a comeback here. Alright. Good little picking up of boost pads. And, okay, nice clear. We have to keep pressuring this, but you want to stay behind the ball. Don't know where we're accelerating in front of it. Teammate's just going to overtake us because we're out of position. Good turn away. Almost get the half volley, unlucky. It's a good idea. Decent clear. Oh, well, we had to just go for a save, really. Everything here is okay for this, level. There's nothing glaring that I would really point out and bring to your attention. We're just ball chasing a little bit, but it is the end of the game and we need to score 2 goals, so it's kind of understandable. Yeah, I think at the end of the game, I wouldn't really add anything to what I've already said, because it would just be like a distraction from the main things you want to focus on. I've not heard that music in the longest time. Did you guys hear that? The end of game music. I've not heard this in ages. Wow, that's a throwback. But thanks for sending me that one, Butters. Really interesting replay. Hopefully that was somewhat useful to you. Definitely plenty to work on.